Today is the 27th Sunday of the year. Our Gospel is taken from Luke chapter 17, verses 5 through 9. The apostles, disciples, request an increase of faith from Jesus. Jesus seems to sidestep the request and says, look, if you had faith the size of a mustard seed, you would say to this mulberry tree, be gone, and it would go. What are we to make of this? The apostles seem to be asking a genuine question, and Jesus doesn't seem to answer it. I think what we are witnessing is a very, very significant growth moment for the apostles. A moment in which they begin to appreciate the reality of faith as they've never appreciated it before. That faith is both gift and task. In the first instance, we need to recognize that there are two serious, formal words used here for the first time together in Luke's Gospel. One is apostles, and the other is Lord. They're used separately at other times in the Gospel, but only here are they used together. It is as if Luke is saying, you are coming to an appreciation that you're not just disciples of a teacher, you are sent. You are apostoloi. You have a responsibility. And in that is implicit a challenge. Are you up to it? The word Lord, Kyrios, translates the word Yahweh in the Hebrew scriptures. Perhaps, probably, I choose to believe that Luke is here saying it's dawning that this carpenter from Nazareth is in fact the Messiah. He is the Christ. He is Kyrios. It is therefore potentially a breakthrough moment for the disciples. They're on their way to Jerusalem with him, and it's starting to dawn on them. Questions are arising. Perhaps they are feeling worried. Do we have what it takes? What is it that we're really letting ourselves in for here? Do we need a deeper, closer, more knowing relationship with this man if we are to follow him? Now, if I'm right in interpreting it this way, it's actually a very beautiful moment, a profound moment, a moment in which the apostles move to a different level in their relationship with Jesus and in their relationship with themselves. We all have breakthrough moments in our lives, and they are beautiful. They often come with crises or after struggles. But when we break through to something new and see the world differently, see ourselves differently, have a sense of ourselves as actually not quite what we thought, something more interesting, more responsible. The disciples to this point are probably feeling their way in understanding faith. The request suggests that they're leaving half of it out. The request suggests that Jesus will give them more faith if they only ask. What they haven't quite gotten yet, and they will, is that faith, like all else that's central to the covenant, is a matter of mutuality, of giving and receiving. Certainly God takes the initiative. On the Mount of Horeb, Sinai, God says to Moses, I'll be with you. The prophets emphasize this. Beautifully, it is emphasized in Isaiah chapter 40, 41 and 43, where the prophet uses the message of God to say, look, I'm with you. Don't be afraid. You'll walk through the wilderness without it killing you. You will walk through raging waters, they won't swallow you up. You'll even go through fire, the flames won't affect you. What is on offer in the covenant, what we are being invited into, is a relationship of profound love. In effect, God is saying to each of us, will you let me love you? Come. I'm in love with you. Will you respond? Will you accept the invitation? St. Paul, when he writes to the Christians in Philippi, uses a stunning expression. He says, Christ Jesus took hold of me. Paul didn't become a Christian through a syllogism or study. He was knocked off his horse on the way to Damascus. What exactly happened, we don't know, but it was startling. It turned his world upside down. He encountered the Lord. Now, I've never experienced anything like that, and I don't know anyone who has. But I have experienced breakthrough moments where I've seen myself and God differently, and I know many people similarly. These are beautiful moments. They can be life-changing moments, liberating moments. We increasingly recognize our relationship with God, our being part of this covenant, our being people of faith, as being drawn by delight. It's the most natural thing in the world. When you found the treasure, sell everything and buy the field. It is God's initiative. We are overtaken, we are taken hold of. But to foster the being drawn is hard work. Faith is both gift and task.